Carl Kiekafer bought a bankrupt production company out in Cedarburg, and in the barn were a bunch of these Thor triple engines. He refixed them up, made sure that they worked properly and even better than they had beforehand. Sold them to Montgomery Ward, and they sold out of them very quickly. They worked very well, and they asked him to continue building engines for them, and so he, out of spare parts, built a prototype that eventually became the Mercury line. In that first year, 1940, they had 5 different versions of the Mercury engine, the K1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they became a successful company that is still around today. We have quite a lot of interest. We have guys who've been coming through who worked out there for 40 years, almost 50 years, bringing their kids and grandkids. Who, a lot of these guys had some of these engines from the 50s and 60s, and so have memories of being a kid and are relating those to the modern motors and the boats that the kids have nowadays, and they get to talk about, I put this piece together and this piece together. So it's bridging generations. The museum does a great job of spanning the 75-year history and really connecting to the local population and those who are coming in.
I'm Lee Gordon, the Director of Public Relations for Mercury Marine. We've expanded and we're continuing to expand, continuing to innovate and build great products, and continuing to grow and produce jobs. And hopefully the weather is going to get better here pretty soon, and when that does, we're going to see a lot of Mercury engines on the water.
What's the long-term outlook for Mercury Marine?
It looks good. We have 40 open positions right now, give or take a few. We're hiring. Things are looking very good for Mercury. The marine industry is doing better, much better than it was back in 2009. So we're excited about the future of the marine industry, and especially what's going on at Mercury. Well, like everybody back in the economy, times were tough for a lot of people, but since then we've increased our job force almost double. We were at less than 2,000 jobs at that point. We're at 3,100 employees in Fond du Lac now. We continue to grow, continue to innovate, and as we continue to expand and produce great products, I think the future looks great for Mercury.